Hi, I'm Nicole Smithy, co-founder of Iridescent Women. Happy Women's History Month. Throughout this month, we have weekly devotionals to highlight profound moments in Scripture where Jesus brought radical healing, hope, and empowerment to women. Today, let's take a look at Luke 13, beginning in verse 10. On a Sabbath, Jesus was teaching in one of the synagogues, and a woman was there who had been crippled by a spirit for 18 years. She was bent over and could not straighten up at all. When Jesus saw her, he called her forward and he said to her, "Woman, you are set free from your infirmity." Then he put his hands on her and immediately she straightened up and praised God. Indignant because Jesus had healed on the Sabbath, the synagogue leader said to the people, "There are 6 days for work, so come and be healed on those days, not on the Sabbath." The Lord answered him, "You hypocrites! Doesn't each of you on the Sabbath untie your ox or donkey from the stall and lead it out to give it water? Then should not this woman, a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan has kept bound for 18 long years, be set free on the Sabbath day from what bound her?" When he said this, all his opponents were humiliated, but the people were delighted with all the wonderful things he was doing. Before this woman met Jesus, she lived with pain, shame, and limitations placed over her for 18 years. For almost 2 decades, this woman was bound by infirmity. And in a moment with Jesus, she was set free and healed. What I love about this passage is that Jesus defied religious and cultural expectations to ensure this woman received the freedom he had for her. He healed her on the Sabbath, which outraged the religious leaders, and then had the audacity to call her a daughter of Abraham before the religious elite. Sarah Bessey wrote in her book, Jesus Feminist. He called her daughter of Abraham, which likely sent a shockwave through the room. It was the first time the phrase had ever been spoken. People had only ever heard sons of Abraham, never daughters. But at the sound of Jesus' words, daughter of Abraham, he gave her a place to stand alongside the sons, especially the ones snarling with their sense of ownership and exclusivity over it all, watching. In the same way that Jesus reached beyond expectations and limitations to touch and heal this woman, Jesus is reaching out to you. Maybe there's pain that you've lived with for as long as you can remember, perhaps physical or emotional or mental anguish. Maybe shame from your past or present circumstances still lingers with you and you just can't seem to shake it. And maybe the judgments of others, the words spoken over you, the actions done to you have placed limitations over how you dream, how you hope, how you find joy and peace and confidence. Today, know that God desires your full freedom and healing. He's reaching out to you, and his touch, his presence and power in your life can and will mend what is hurting and restore what is broken. Jesus is your source of healing. So friend, draw near to him and receive from him.